I've already technically recorded a first video, but I'm stupid, and during my editing process I somehow lost the footage. I accidentally deleted it, and then I went in my phone and I deleted my recently deleted, so it was like completely gone and there's no hope. So I just completely scrapped the video that I did make. Since I knew I was gonna do my makeup anyway, I decided I'd probably just re-record a video now. Not exactly sure what kind of look I'm gonna go for, because I didn't really plan to make a video today, but I have this palette from Too Faced. It's Light My Fire. It's this tiny little palette. I'm editing this and I just noticed that my toes can be seen in the reflection. I'm so sorry. Nice reds and, you know, burnt colors. Then I have the Star Wars Mandalorian palette by Colorpop, which I really like this palette. It's really cute. Might do this one. I've used Venus 3 by Lime Crime a lot. So I can't really decide what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do Mandalorian. I don't know why I'm feeling green. Also, I'm wearing my wig today. How do you feel? Do you like it? First things first, your base. You're gonna wanna moisturize and put SPF on. I don't do that. I don't do what I do as I say. So make sure you moisturize and make sure you put SPF on. So my foundations is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation in the shade Alexandria. Typically, this is a pretty good match for me. Pro-glow by L'Oreal. Both pretty inexpensive. And this is in the shade Creamy Neutral. So I am gonna do a slight mixture. Not too much though, because I wear a mask at work, like everyone should. Because of that, I kind of do like panda eyes, basically. I don't go on the lower half of my face because there's really no reason to. Couple dots everywhere. Let that sit for a second. You can use primer if you really want. I have never been a big fan of primer, so I'm just taking a kabuki brush. I prefer brushes to blend out my makeup. I used to like beauty blenders, but I find that they're more annoying, they're more expensive, and they're more maintenance than just a regular brush. You're gonna want to do patting motions when you're blending out your foundation, as opposed to like rubbing. The rubbing is just kind of gonna smear the product around. Patting will like put it into your skin. For concealer, I use the Maybelline Superstay. I use the shade 15 Light. Usually if you're picking out concealer shades, you're gonna want one that's gonna be as close to your skin tone as possible, and then one that's a couple shades lighter. I don't do a triangle. Triangle is not really what you want. And actually I probably came down a little farther than I needed to. But I do it on the high points, whatever would be catching light or whatever you want to catch light. Inner corners, highlight, and a little bit like right here. You can wait a couple seconds for your concealer to dry, as long as it's not like a really fast drying concealer. That will make it like tackier and give you more full coverage. Beautiful, beautiful. For setting powder, honestly, buy the Laura Mercier. Just buy it. It's the best. Translucent, it's the best. It's the best powder out on the market. It does the job and it does it well. It doesn't leave you too cakey. You don't need too much, so it'll last you forever. I've had this for like longer than I should have. So what I do is I usually look up, so make sure there's not gonna be any creases. And then you just take any kind of nice fluffy brush and you just pat it in. If you're more oily, you might want, you know, more powder. I think I have probably normal to combination skin. And this is just a clean brush. I'm just wiping off any extra that there might be. A cat. Oh my god. I'm just gonna real quickly do my eyebrows, and I'm actually gonna take off my wig for this part. Lately I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade. I think this is in ebony. I forgot to bring a brush over for that, and I don't feel like getting up, so I happened to bring over the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer, also in ebony, so I'll just use that instead. My main goal is to fill out the tails. Don't feel like I explained this very well. Basically, you're gonna kind of treat it like a crayon. You're gonna want to first outline what you want the shape of your brow to be, and then from there you're going to fill it in lightly at first and progressively darken it up. I also recommend doing little hairs at the front of your eyebrow. It'll just blend a little bit better. What I do is just basically worry about the sparse parts. That's good enough. So usually when I'm finished with my eyebrows, it's a little like, whoa. I'm gonna show you a little technique, the 3 color method for eyeshadow. So you're gonna need any palette and you're gonna pick out 3 colors. Bitch, that's fucking 2. One color will be like your transition color, the other color will be your base color, and the third color will be a shimmer that you put on top. If you want an all matte look, it can be a darker color. It just will cover you for your highlights, your mid-tones, and then your lowlights. I think I'm gonna pick this as my crease color. This will probably be my base color. I love green, I really like green. On top, I'll pick one of the shimmery colors. I can't decide. So I'm going to dip a fluffy brush into that brown color. I'm just gonna go in my crease. I raise my eyebrows because I have hooded eyes and it just makes it easier for me to blend stuff. There are some people who like to smoke their eyeshadow looks out this way. I like to keep a domed look. I don't know why, I just think it's satisfying and it looks nice on me. I try to make sure I don't go too far past the outer corners of my eye. I feel like I should mention, I'm not done with my base makeup. I just sort of got ahead of myself and forgot to do like contour and shit. I'm gonna put it underneath our eyes. So that's what it looks like so far. I brought over the wrong brush because I thought I was gonna do an orange look. So I was like, hey, it's dirty, but it's like, it's got the same color, so I'll use it. But now that I'm using green, I can't use that brush. So I'm gonna use my fingers for the eyelid. Dip your fingy in, just get the product on your finger, and then just tap it in. But technically you'll get better coverage anyway. Be grateful you forgot your brush. I kind of want to deepen it up, so I'm gonna add this darker green that's right underneath it. Take a fluffy brush, wipe whatever product fell underneath my eye. So we're gonna go back to that fluffy brush that we were using earlier. I'll just go in with the green on here and also use that to blend. Now you look punk rock as fuck. I'm gonna go back in with that blending color that we used. So it's a pretty smooth blend. So a lot of times I'll relax my eyes and see how much is peeking like on the folds of my eye. Run my brush underneath my eye and just whatever green is on it goes underneath my eye. I think I'm gonna go for this color. Just because I want to keep it like relatively dark and grungy. Again, you can use your fingies, but usually you would want like a flat brush. And you can put it all over your lid if you want. Or you can just put it like in the corners. See? That just brightens it up a little bit. And now we're gonna do inner corner highlight. Didn't bring the right brush, so I'm gonna use my pinky because it's the smallest of my giant hand. Do Precious Cargo, which is the lightest shimmer color. Pop it directly in my inner corner. So that's all with eyeshadow. My eyeshadow is done. I'll go ahead and do my base. I just use this palette. I just use the darker shades. Usually these two. Your foundation will wipe you from all the dimension on your face, so contour is just to bring back those natural shadows. You could do the kissy face and put it in the hollows of your cheeks. That would work perfectly fine. It also kind of depends on what your face shape is, so customize it to your liking. I'll put a little bit on my nose just so it doesn't look so like weird and out of place. I'm just kind of putting that right next to where I contoured. I kind of like that like 80s style high on the cheekbones type of look. I also put a little bit on my nose. Next is highlighter, my favorite fucking part. So the highlighter I use is from that AOA place I talked about. It's just a loose pigment. It's called Grail. It's literally just loose powder, like if I tapped it, some came off. And then I go to my cheekbones. I just think like it brightens it up even more. Bring it up to your eyebrow. What else is next? Eyeliner. Or the eyeliner I use is the Hyper Easy by Maybelline. For my eyelids, since I have hooded eyes, I like to make sure there's not too much eyeliner going on my eyelid. So I kind of have my wing like off of my eye. Step 1 is to create a very thin line directly to your lash line and go about 3/4 of the way into your eye. Then you're going to open your eyes and look forward at your mirror. Decide where you want the top of your line to be. So usually I connect it like that. I like a more straight across look. I don't like it going upwards. I don't know why, I just don't think it looks right with my eyes. Define the tail more, connect it to the bottom. My eyeliner is done. This is what I would consider done. There's always gonna be one that's wonkier than the other. This is the wonky eye. It doesn't look it too bad on camera, but if you look up close, you're like, ooh, ooh, it's a little funky. So I usually don't even put on lipstick, and it's not the color I would choose. It's just the only thing I had around here, and I thought I should probably put on a little something. We're just gonna finish off with mascara. So you can curl your eyelashes. Usually I like wearing false eyelashes. I don't have any at the moment, so that will be for a different day. This is from Avon. It's the Love At First Lash Mascara Waterproof. So that's why it was so hard to take off yesterday. What you do for your mascara, take your mirror and you're gonna put it underneath you. Look down, put your wand right next to the base of your eyelashes, and you're gonna wanna wiggle up. Then when I do my under eye lashes, I usually just stop like a little bit over half. I'm just going to work, so I don't really care if I'm not wearing false lashes. Setting powder. Usually you're gonna want to do this once when your eyeliner and your mascara is all dry. I'm gonna probably do this off camera. That's the finished look. It's not really much to say. This is sort of just how I do my makeup all the time. The 3-step method is the easiest, and it's sort of foolproof. Woo! Also, a lot of people contour their nose. I probably should add more definition to my nose in general, but I never do that. I hate doing my nose. She's fine the way she is. God damn it. Well, that's basically it. Next video I might do something related to art because I've been working on something. I'll actually probably go get it. I'm kind of proud of it. Or I'll do like a tour of all the makeup I have because I have quite a bit. A lot of it's unused that I don't need. I'll show you everything I have. But I'm gonna go get that painting. This is based off the painting Virtue by I forget his name. It's a Renaissance painting. It's pretty. Ah! This is what I've gotten so far. I'm so impressed by this fabric. Like what? Her face is wonky, so I'm gonna fix that. And I'm so impressed with myself, specifically because I was dreading doing the fabric, and the fabric is probably the best part. Like, especially that blue fabric coming across her. What? What? Anyway, okay. So that's the end of the video. This is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want. Comment down below what you want me to do and what you want to see. That's about it. Have a good day and stay funky, friends.